We all want to succeed in this business. I mean, shoot, we wouldn't put pen to paper if we didn't want to have someone read it in some capacity. But man, I shared in previous weeks 5 ultra mega hot niches. It's super competitive. I mean, trying to get into the bestsellers list on some of those is going to be an all-out fist fight. And then the following week, I shared with you 5 untapped yet, profitable niches. But again, there's a lot of work involved. And maybe you want to have the easy button. Maybe you're like, Dale, give me a niche that has no competition. And I'm going to deliver on that today, but it's not all sunshine and rainbows, and you want to make sure you stay tuned. This is Self-Publishing with Dale, where you're going to learn how to publish books that sell. And today's video is brought to you by the Romance Publishing Academy. Romance Publishing Academy is a comprehensive start-to-finish program for romance publishing. Whether you're a beginner or intermediate, the Romance Publishing Academy will develop your author brand and bring you results that will make you sell more books. Don't we all want to sell more books, of course? But this is not just a video course. They work with you 2-on-1 on a personalized basis to best ensure positive results. That's huge. What other program are you going to see that you're going to get 2 coaches for the price of 1? Book a no-pressure call and talk with them today. You're completely free to just chat with them and see what tips they can give you to develop your overall publishing strategy. And whether you choose to work with Romance Publishing Academy or not, booking a call will help propel your publishing business forward. For more details, make sure that you reach out to them. All of the information is inside the description down below. Again, big thank you to Romance Publishing Academy, our sponsors for Self-Publishing with Dale this month. All right, if you want further details, obviously you can go over and get the Romance Secrets Playbook over at dalelinks.com/romance, and right afterwards you'll have the option to book a call with the gang there at Romance Publishing. Sue and Jacob have been nothing but phenomenal throughout this whole thing. So if you want to help support the show here, do me a favor, visit that link, download that playbook, and book yourself a call. It's zero pressure. I'm telling you, these guys are really good. So let's jump in to those 5 niches, because this is what everybody's come here for. You want to know the 5 niches with no competition. But listen, you got to stick around to the end, folks, because I'm going to tell you what you can do with this info. Because it's not so much that I equip you with it. You got to know what you need to do with it, and if you can do anything with it. So how did I find the profitable niche? Let's just go ahead and get this one right out the way. It's just as simple. I've said this in the previous broadcast. I'm just going to go ahead and repeat it. You can do the old school methodology, which is going into the Amazon store, and you search up your given niche with a keyword, and you select a book, and you go into the bestsellers lists, and you kind of see, based on what's the search volume and what's the ABSR, things like that, and then you kind of determine that. For me, my preferred way is using Publisher Rocket. I've talked a lot about Publisher Rocket, huge fan of it. And instead of me sitting here bloviating about Publisher Rocket, I would recommend that you go take a look at the live video demonstration that I did some time ago. There's a link down inside the description down below. You can take a look at that. But all that to say this time I used Publisher Rocket again to figure out some categories that, just literally no competition. And when I mean no competition, meaning you can sell 1 book and it will put you into the ABSR. It sounds too good to be true. Well, yes and no. And like I said, I'm going to give you all the details about that once we kind of get over there. So what I'm going to do is let's go over into the screen share, because I'm going to go ahead and open up each one of these categories and take them one at a time. And let's start it out with number 1, use of color in graphic arts. So this one right here, it's pretty self-explanatory, easy for me to say. If you're a graphic designer, then this is probably going to be the niche for you. It's browse path, and if you just really pay close attention over here on the right-hand side, you actually will see the browse path goes down: Kindle Store, Kindle eBooks, arts and photography, graphic design, graphic arts, and use of color. So in the event that you have this niche right here, or you're publishing books on this and you're not utilizing the categories, one of the easiest ways to request this is go into your KDP dashboard, select Contact Us, and then you'll use this browse path to request to be placed in this. I'm not so sure that you're going to be able to just copy this and share it with them. You're going to need to use these right here to where the browse path. And the last browse path is obviously going to be the darkened one right here. I typically, whenever I'm asking for a browse path, I will start right here and go on down and ask them, hey, could you add ASIN such and such to this one right here? All right, let's go ahead and reset that because we're going to come back to each one of these categories. Number 2, all right, I've talked a lot about short reads before, and short reads is fast becoming a niche that's worth looking into, and especially based on the type of content. So this one's a 30-minute cookbook, food and wine short reads. Now, this short read, kind of explain, it's 30 minutes, obviously. It says you're supposed to be able to sit down and read it in 30 minutes. It's 12 to 21 pages long. This goes down to cookbooks, food, and wine. Again, you can see the browse path, Kindle short reads, 30 minutes, and then the blackened, the bolded browse path is going to end right here. None of the other ones is what we're worrying about. So if you are the type of person that's putting out a handful of recipes, or maybe even you can see this eating 1 meal a day, some intermittent fasting, maybe you're writing about keto, any number of things, and you're like, hey, I really, I don't want to write a complete novel, then this might be worth considering. Again, stay to the end because I'm going to tell you what you should and should not do, all right? Number 3. Here we go. This one's an interesting one. I thought for sure something like this would do so much better considering this is something I learned in school. And this is Teen and Young Adult Renaissance History. So this kind of got me going, really? I mean, you're getting a lot of free information in school. So if you happen to be a teenager in school and you've got permission from your parents to publish books, then this might be something worth considering because you can earn as you learn and write some of the content that you're learning about in school. And you just never know. You can probably turn something into this. So I'll scroll over here so everybody has a good idea on the browse path. This is under books. So this is print books and not Kindle books. It goes to teens, education and reference. And if we scroll down here, Renaissance is the final portion of that specific browse path. All right. Number 4, we're really burning through this one. Now, this is an interesting one in that it's just listed as nonfiction. Sometimes the categories will lie to you. They'll tell you like nonfiction, but then if you actually look at the browse path, and this is what I recommend as you're doing your research, pay attention to the browse path here and then what it actually lists the bestsellers list as. See, this is nonfiction, but it's not all just nonfiction. What it is, if we go down through the browse path, Kindle store, Kindle ebooks, children's ebooks, arts, music, and photography, performing arts, drama and theater, and lastly, nonfiction. So if I were to describe this specific browse path and this bestsellers list to you, it's actually performing arts and drama and theater, nonfiction for children. So this is a children's browse path that we want to be aware of. So let me go ahead and hit reset. Before we do go into the very last little thing, I do want to bring to your attention, I don't know why my commercial popped up right there, but it is what it is. Every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm live here on YouTube. You can join me at dalelinks.com/live, where I actually chat with you live, or you can even catch the replay later on. And join me on twitch.tv/self-publish for the live podcast, recording Mondays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can actually subscribe to me over on Twitch, completely free with your Amazon Prime. If you use dalelinks.com/Twitch Prime, I show you exactly how to do it. It helps support the channel and does not cost you a single dime. So, all right, I gotta love some of the technology issues that I'm running into, but we're just gonna keep pushing forward. All right, last one here. Of course, we're gonna bring up a short read. Why not? This one is also another interesting one, and okay, it's a 15-minute short read, but it's in travel. And we look over here on the left-hand side, you will notice comes down to Kindle short reads from the Kindle store. 15 minutes, which is 1 to 11 pages. This is just like a short report. It's in travel. That's it. Most of Kindle short reads doesn't have a long browse path as what you would find in normal Kindle ebooks. So if we just go into the Kindle store, we go into Kindle ebooks, you will notice that if we go over to something like travel starts to break down into smaller niches. It does not do that for short reads in the travel. So let me backtrack here so we bring this back up, because there's a good reason why I want to share all this information with you. So I've given you 5 of these niches here with no competition. You might be saying no competition. What does this mean, Dale? What this means is you can literally publish one book, sell one book. I meant to say sell one book, but I said publish it. You can publish it and then sell one single book, and you'd place it inside these bestsellers lists. So this means, in theory, you can make the #1 bestseller. So if you're the type of person you're chasing after the bestseller tag, you want to become a #1 bestselling author over on Amazon, then you can do it this way. But here's the problem. With no competition comes no audience sometimes. As I said, sometimes. You can be an early adopter of some niches and maybe it takes off. But the thing is, folks, competition breeds innovation. So the previous weeks when I showed you the mega hot niches and the untapped yet profitable niches, they're going to require some work. These ones I shared with you today have no competition. You want the easy button, there's the easy button. You can go ahead and press it. Will you actually make a sustainable living at it? Remains to be seen. No competition equals no market. So all these 5 categories, spoiler alert, a lot of them, and I'm going to go back over here to the screen share so you can see what I'm talking about. Look at this. In 15 minutes travel short reads, #1 has a 206,000 rank inside the paid Kindle store. That right there is like a sale every other day, possibly a page read. We go over here to best nonfiction, 264,000. This one's a little bit better in the Renaissance one, 125,000. The 30-minute short read right here, 107,000. Again, 217,000. Probably of all 5 of these, the ones that have proof of concept, probably the best are going to be the 30-minute cookbook, food, and wine short reads, and the teen and young adult Renaissance history. Why is that? Because there's better ranks. That means there's more people that are interested in this particular content. And you're probably saying, oh, come on, Dale. You just went through all that just to share with me that these no competition ones aren't worth my day? Well, you know, it's up to you what you're going to make of this. I want to kind of share how my thought process is when I go through and I look for niches that are going to be worthwhile, something that's going to be worth publishing. And I want you to kind of get that mindset as you go through. Now, you'll notice some of the things that here I was showing on the screen here. This down here, this little plugin is actually called DS Amazon Quick View. It's a free browser extension. Doesn't cost a dime. I recommend that you get it. It'll make life easier so then you can kind of see everything at a quick glance. Again, I've already told you about Publisher Rocket, because Publisher Rocket will pull up these things really fast. This whole search probably took me all of 10 minutes. I went through and I found quite a few categories that were worth looking into as far as no competition. But I really wanted to find like dead simple. Like you can launch something, buy a copy, and you're at the top of the list instantly. But is that how you want to do your business? Is that how you want to build your legacy as an author or as a self-publisher? So I'm going to leave that answer inside leave that up to you to answer. This is the end of the stream. Of course, you know, folks, listen, it's always awesome that you come here and join me, but the party's not over. This next video, remember I was telling you about the ultra mega hot niches? We're going to go over into that next video. I'm going to tell you more about those 5 ones. And right after that, I'm going to share 5 untapped ones. So I'll see you folks there.